Spurs launch a stunning new away shirt, links with a Ligue 1 striker, and could Spurs make a move for a Liverpool starlet? Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hello, my name's Craig and here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Let's get into it. Tottenham Hotspur has today unveiled its new Nike away kit for the 2025-26 season. The kit is a dramatic all-black design forming a razor-sharp silhouette fit, engineered for speed and built for stealth. It is unveiled with a tagline, "In darkness we dare," a twist on our renowned motto, revealing a bold look to make the return of Champions League away nights for the forthcoming season. The new kit is launched with a campaign film featuring first team players like Dominic Solanke and Ella Morris glitching from our Hotspur away training centre to an intense away ground under the lights. There are also cameos from Heung-min Son, Jess Naz, Guillermo Vicario and Jed Spence. TalkSport's Jamie O'Hara has been talking about Liverpool's Harvey Elliott and has said, "I would have him at Tottenham 100%. He would play on the right and compete with Brennan Johnson." Kulusevski is quite a similar player to him, but I think Harvey Elliott has something about him. He can play as a number 10, he can play in different areas, he can play in midfield. I like Harvey Elliott, there's a lot to like. Elliott can play on the right wing like Kulusevski, and he's capable of producing the goods as a number 10 as well in a central midfield role. The Englishman, still only 22, has plenty of experience in the Premier League. With regular game time, he could become a star. A report in the Mail states that following the Europa League Final in Bilbao, images have surfaced of t-shirts reportedly produced by Manchester United fans preparing to celebrate the Europa League success over Tottenham. The t-shirts have been printed with the date of the final, the Europa League logo, and the phrase "Lads, it's Tottenham." Legendary Manchester United boss Sir Alex Ferguson was claimed by former captain Roy Keane to have used the phrase against a match against Tottenham during his trophy-laden reign as a Red Devils boss. Ferguson's four-word comment, should I say, was viewed as a dig at Tottenham's perceived fragility, with the jibe having been often repeated during their 17 years without a trophy. Tottenham appear to have looked to take ownership of the phrase after downing Manchester United themselves to win the competition. Spurs used the statement on social media during their trophy parade last month, where the latest product range features the words emblazoned onto hoodies and t-shirts. Tottenham's club shop is currently selling a navy adult hoodie with the phrase embroidered for £55 and a t-shirt featuring the words "as priced at £30" by the club. Reports in Spain and 442 state that Tottenham are reportedly leading the race to sign Olympique Lyonnais star Georges Mikautadze. Lyon have been found guilty of financial mismanagement and are burdened with significant debt. So if they have been demoted to League 2, despite finishing 6th in League 1, qualifying for the Europa League. The report goes on to say that Tottenham have already made formal moves to seal the deal after progressing talks with the French side. The forward is valued at £19 million by Transfer Market and still has 3 years left in his contract, so it remains to be seen how much money Lyon demand to let him leave. The Georgian is a versatile forward and he's comfortable playing in the centre forward position as well as out wide. He's quick, can link up play and is also efficient in finishing off his chances. The 24-year-old enjoyed a promising campaign last term, scoring 17 goals and 9 assists in 47 appearances in all competitions. Football.London have said that Tottenham have been rebuffing advances for Jamie Donley and Will Lankshear, but will allow George Abbott to leave on loan while Vušković awaits news on what comes next for him under Thomas Frank. Spurs club trained squad issues in the Champions League next season will require them to keep some of their homegrown players as squad options, particularly in the wake of the injury crisis that ripped apart the squad during the last fixture-packed campaign under Ange Postecoglou. Football.London understands that Spurs are currently rebuffing loan advances for Donley, who has 4 years left on his contract and can play in midfield or attack, and will assess his situation later in the summer. after Thomas Frank has worked with him on the training pitches pre-season. Similar situation for Will Lankshear, who scored his first goal for Tottenham in the Europa League defeat at Galatasaray, which was swiftly followed by his first red card before a loan to West Brom. And finally, reports in Argentina state that the permanent transfer of Alejo Véliz to Racing are very advanced, and there is optimism that the details will be ironed out and the deal finalised over the weekend. Well, here's my thoughts on all those stories today. This away kit, I absolutely love this new away kit. I think it's one of the best kits we've had for many a year. It does remind, I love the black kits. I mean, Tottenham have had them in the past. I must admit, I remember the black and sort of grey one. It always reminds me of Gareth Bale for some reason, that kit. But I really like this kit. What I don't like about it is the price. I suppose that's football shirts all over, but £80 for, I can't remember what they call it now, but 80 quid for basically a normal shirt, and then I think it's the elite one is £120. Really? You know, family of four, that's approaching £500 for 4 shirts. That's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But I have to say, I do love the shirt. I thought the launch was pretty cool as well. Jamie O'Hara talking about Harvey Elliott here. I must admit, I do like Harvey Elliott myself. I think he'd be a good player at Tottenham. I would be surprised if Liverpool want to let him go, to be honest. Only youngster, so I would imagine Liverpool probably want to hold on to him. But look, you don't know. This is just Jamie O'Hara's opinion on this player, you know. So he's not saying we're in for him or anything like that. But he's just given his opinion about how he thinks Harvey Elliott would do if he became a Tottenham player. And I have to agree. I think Elliott is a really good player and can play in multiple positions. Liverpool do like to produce players through their youth squad, don't they? That's what we really want to have happen at Tottenham again. More players coming through, like Sir Harry Kane obviously came through the academy. So it'd be good to get a proven youngster in if we go for him. The report in the Mail about this really made me laugh, about Manchester United preparing to celebrate with the t-shirts printed with lads, it's Tottenham. Can you imagine though, if we'd lost that game and they're wearing them, that we'd have been absolutely bantered for the rest of our lives on that. But thankfully they didn't get to wear them, and so they're the ones that look a bit stupid. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant that we beat them now. Know that's fantastic. That really did make me chuckle. God, can you imagine how bad that would have been to watch them walking around the pitches in those t-shirts? That would have been absolutely horrific, wouldn't it? But there you go, didn't come to pass. We beat them. Weren't the best game, as we all know, but it doesn't really matter. We got over the line. This report in Spain in 442 about the Lyon star Georges Mikautadze. I probably absolutely murdered that pronunciation. Obviously we all know that Lyon have got issues with financial mismanagement. This transfer would kind of stink of opportunism for me by Daniel Levy and the club. I wouldn't imagine he was on any list, but again, could we get a striker, a decent striker, 17 goals last season, 9 assists, could we get a decent striker at a cut price deal? Is that what that's all about, or was he on the list? What do you think? I think I know the answer to that one. And the report from football.london stating Jamie Donley and Will Lankshear will be hanging around the club, and Thomas Frank wants to have a good look at them. I think this is good news. Love Jamie Donley and I really like Will Lankshear. I think they've both got really high ceilings. I'd love to see them get a good run in pre-season. And hey, look, hopefully they can push for a place in Thomas Frank's squad next season. We all know that Thomas Frank is really good at working with youngsters. He's gonna love Donley and Lankshear. I think he was after Lankshear last season to take him on loan to Brentford, actually. So he's obviously got a suitor there in Thomas Frank. But George Abbott looks like he's going to be going on loan. And of course, you know, the homegrown aspect as well, even though they probably both actually fall into the bracket of being, they can go into another pot, so to speak. But I'm all for players coming through the youth and playing in Europe. Imagine how big that would be for Donley or Lankshear playing in the Champions League. How good would that be? And this last report about Alejo Véliz to Racing, you'd think that's going to go through. It hasn't just worked out for him at Spurs, has it? Alejo Véliz. You could see his passion, but I was never convinced by the striker, so probably a move away, and if we can get any money for him, would be the best thing for the player and the club. That's all from me today. Get down in the comments, let me know what you think of all those stories, and what do you make of the new kit? Do you like it? Are you going to buy it? Come on, you Spurs.